Let's sit back and relax. And just quietly contemplate on the events of the day thus far. Simply just observe. And now drop everything. And become empty of everything. Yes, scenes of the events from morning, afternoon, anything from yesterday will keep coming in front of us. Thoughts will keep popping in. I'll just drop everything. If the mind is still struggling to drop, if it's still too much of a struggle to leave everything, just set everything aside. If you're still unable to feel that emptiness of thoughts of past moments, then just focus on this current moment. And disassociate, disconnect from everything else. Just drop everything. Even if for a few couple of seconds you can experience this pocket of silence. This lack of heaviness of burden of thoughts. Even if 1 second we can experience it. Just drop everything. And feel the lightness of the moment. Anything bothering us, leave it. Just for a few moments, few seconds, just leave it. Set it aside. If we can reset our mind to the zero state, its original state, just become empty of everything. And pay attention to how we are feeling now. So let's put everything behind. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. And let's start today's session. Thank you.
Hello everyone, how's everybody? So welcome to the 8th session of Python programming. Really nice to see everyone in the session today. All right, so how's it going on? How's everyone? You can just reply. Perfect. Okay, very nice. And hope everyone is practicing nicely. the concept which we studied in the last session. They have revised it, done the assignment. Good evening, Sachin. Yeah, good evening to everyone.
Good evening, Anurag.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Abhinav. So everyone is practicing. I hope everyone has done the assignment also. Now, before we are going to move forward with the next concept, we will, like always, we do the revision. So in the last session, we studied about functions. So basically, a function is a reusable block of code which performs a specific task. There are two steps as far as function is concerned. First, you have to define the function, and then you have to call the function. Then we studied about the pass keyword. So if your function is empty, you can simply write the pass keyword, and you can proceed further if you just want to come back again later and want to complete the function. So you can just write the pass keyword. So if you just leave the function empty, you are going to get the error. So it's better to just write the pass keyword. Then we wrote a program using the turtle module. We printed a pattern of 10 circles, and then we studied about function arguments and also introduction to the list. So list is nothing but it's a variable. So, but it's not a normal variable. If you see a variable, it can contain only one value. But when you see a list, from the name itself, you can identify it's going to be a list. So say, for example, you're going to buy something from the grocery shop. From the grocery store, you want to buy something. You want to do some shopping. So you will make a list of 10 things, 20 things which you want to buy. So it's a list which you are making. So we have to relate coding with real life. Whenever we are anywhere, like when we are playing or we are doing shopping or when we are learning anything, we have to relate coding with our real life. May it be any activity. See, in real life also, we are taking decisions everywhere. So if it is raining, what we decide? We take a decision to stay inside the home, right? And when the rain is over, we go outside. So it's like we are just taking a decision. If raining, stay inside, else go outside. So that's how our thinking should be. We have to relate coding with our real life. Then it will be fun. Then the understanding will be much better. All right. Okay. So today what we are going to study? Today we will study more about list, some of the list methods, and then we will study about tuples. There's something called tuples in Python. We will see what exactly it is. So let's start. Now we will start with the list methods, some of the list methods which we can perform. Let's see what are those. Okay, so before the list method, we will study something called list comprehension. Let's see what exactly it is. So here I have shared the W3 schools. Now it is just giving us the definition of list comprehension. It's very easy. What exactly it is? A list comprehension offers a shorter syntax when you want to create a new list based on the values of an existing list. So from an existing list, you want to create a new list. This is called list comprehension. Now we can see in the example, here there is a list called fruits. You have apple, banana, cherry, kiwi, mango. Now you want to create a new list. So what you will do, we will be putting the for loop here. So for x in fruits, fruits is our list. For x in fruits, then if a in x, if a in x, then you want to make a new list and you are using the append method. Now, what is this append method? We will study today. It's basically a list method. Append means to add something. The meaning of the word append means to add something. And then we are printing the new list. So what will be the answer? What will be the output? All the strings which has the A letter will be printed. Okay, I'll just try to show the code here, the output of the code. Let's do it very nicely. We don't want to hurry up. So we can see the code here. That's the output. So all the strings which has the A letter will be printed. So you have apple, banana, cherry, A is not there, so it won't be printed. Kiwi, A is not there. Mango, A is there, so mango will be printed. So what's happening from this list? We are just creating another list. Okay, so this is one way. Now let's see, there is another way which we can do this. So in this, we have used the for statement, the for loop. Now here, we're just using the list comprehension. With list comprehension also, you can do the same thing with less number of lines. Now, new list, what we are doing? We're just writing x for x in fruits if a in x. It's the same thing which is happening, but this happens within one line itself. Okay, just look at the code very carefully. You will understand it. Fruits is the list here. Fruit is the list here. So x for x in fruits. Let's see this. This x is different. Now for x in fruits, this is a different statement. Then this is the third statement. If a in x. So this is the condition. If a is in x, then you just want that string. So this we are just writing within one line. Okay, so it will be much clear, when we write the code, it will be much clear. So I will just share one more thing. You are able to understand? Any confusion? You were able to follow it?
Sir, can you show a quick recap of this? Actually, I was not able to understand it.
Yeah, not able to understand? Okay, wait. Once we write the code, see, when we write the code, no, it will be easy to understand.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, list comprehension. Now let's see all these terms. Comprehension, used for creating new list from other iterable like list. So there's something called list, tuples, dictionaries, sets, and arrays, everything. So what we are going to learn, we will be learning about tuples today. Dictionaries we will study in the coming session, and also sets. So let's get used to these kind of terms. Now, the syntax, you write the list, the name of the list, then you write the expression, the item, then the for keyword, then the item in iterable. What exactly you want to iterate, that thing you have to mention, and the if condition will be mentioned. Okay, let's go to Replit and let's write some code. Now, what I'll do, I'm going to create a list here. I'll just write LST equals to. So everyone knows list, we have to use the square brackets, right? So I will just write the square brackets. Now I just want to write there I for I in range 10. And then I want to print this list. Let's see the output. So you can see a list has been created here. It is printing all the values from 0 till 9. Obviously, this is 10, that means n minus 1. So till 9, the values will be printed. So what I am doing, I am just creating a list. I'm just creating a list. Now, what if I just write here I into I? Okay, let me just give here, instead of 10, I will write 4. So if I just remove this, so you will get the output as 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, if I just write here I into I, then what will be the output? Let's see. It will give 0, 1, 4, and 9. Okay, so it is just like getting multiplied with itself. 2 was there, 2 into 2, 4. 3 was there, 3 into 3, 9. Okay, now if I just write another case here, let me just give some more condition. So this is the condition for I in range 4. That means it will be printing till 3 because 4 is there, n minus 1. Till n minus 1, the values will be printed. Now I'm just going to add one more condition here. I into I, it will be like that. For I in range 10, I will give here. And then I want to mention one condition using the if. So if I will write I modulus, let me write modulus, that's the modulus symbol, which will give us the remainder modulus 2 equals to 0. Now let's see what will be the output. So it will give 0, 4, 16, 36, and 64. Instead of 4 here, I will just write 10. So it gives me output like that. Now, another condition I have mentioned, I modulus 2. That means all the even number will be printed here. Modulus 2. So you can see 4 is printing 16, 36, and 64. It's not printing 9. It's not printing 1. 25 is not there. 49 is not there. And 81 is not there. because they are not even numbers. Able to follow? Yes, no? Huh. Okay, very good. What if I just remove this? I just give simple 1 I. Let's see, let's run. So it is giving 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. This will be much easier to understand. So in the first one, it is printing till 9, 0, 1, and everything. Okay, I'll just remove here. From here also, I'll remove that extra I. So from 0, it will print till 9. And we just want all the even numbers. So we will give the condition if I modulus 2. What is the modulus operation? It gives us the remainder. It gives us the remainder. So for all the even numbers, if you do the modulus with 2, you'll get remainder as 0. Okay, so you will get 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now I think it is clear. So if you have 4, you do it, you just divide it by 2. 2 2s are 4. Remainder is 0. Remainder is 0, right? That's what this condition is satisfied. If you just do 4 modulus 2, that means this will give you the remainder. This modulus operation is going to give you the remainder equals to 0. Yes, this condition is true. It is satisfied. That means 4 is an even number. Okay, so you can write the code. Perfect. So I hope everyone has written the code. Everyone understood it? Was there any difficulty to understand? Very simple, no? Yeah, please reply. Okay, perfect. So we will move on. Now we will study about list method, some of the list method. So let's create a list and then we will perform some methods. So first of all, let's understand how many methods are there. So you can see here some of the operations which we can perform on the list. First of all, append. We can use the append operation. That means to add the element at the end of the list. At the end, if you want to add something, you can use the append. Now you can also use the extend to add another list inside the list. If there is another list which you want to add, you can use the extend operation. Then there is pop operation to remove the element from a given position. From the list, if you just want to remove something, you can use the pop operation. Now, remove operation to remove the particular element from the list. Okay, this is from the given position. Pop is from the given position, from the given index, but remove is the element itself. So you will directly mention the element. In the pop, you will mention the index, but in the remove, you will directly mention the name of the element. Then insert operation. Insert operation means at a particular index, you want to insert some element. To insert, so say for example, at third index, I want to insert 8. So I just write insert 3, 8. Okay, these are the operations. Let's see in the code. We'll be able to understand in a better way. The one who asked a question in between now, can you reply? Did you understand list comprehension? You were asking it, right? Okay. Now let's create a list here. So I'll just write L equals to, I'm going to create a list. Let's print L. So you can see it is printing the list on the screen. Okay, perfect. Let's perform some operation. Now I want to use the append. Let's use the append. So I'll just write L dot append. I will just append 7. Okay, I want to add 7 at the end of the list. Okay, now after using the operation, you have to print the updated list. So again, I will use the print. Let's see the output. So earlier it was printing 1, 2, 4, 6. Now I just use the append operation 7. So 7 will be added at the end of the list. Okay, so this is the append operation. Next one is the sort operation. So I'll just write sort means I just want to sort this list in ascending or descending order. So I'll write L dot sort, S-O-R-T, and then print the list again. Okay, let's see the output. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just comment this out so it doesn't become confusing. Let me comment this out. Yeah. So initially, okay, what I'll do, I'll just make some changes in the list. It's already in increasing order. So I'll just write it as like so you can see here. First, it is printing the list, print L. So it was printing 11, 45, 1, 2, 4, 6. And then I have used the sort operation here. That means it will be printed in increasing order. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 11, 45. Sort operation will just print the list in increasing order. Now next, I just want to do in decreasing order. I want to print the list in decreasing order. So what I'll do, instead of sort, I'll just write here. Sort reverse equals to true. Let's see the output. So you see, it's showing 45, 11, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Now, it is just doing in reverse. That means in decreasing order. So the greater number will be at the first. So this is the sort of. Now, there is some disturbance from others. Others, you can please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So I hope everyone is able to follow like that. Like that, we will just see all the operations. Okay. Now next one is the what we want to do. Let's see. L dot reverse. Let's see the output. Okay, so for sort, I'll just comment this out. Now what's happening? It is just printing the list in reverse order. So earlier, print L, it will print the list as it is 11, 45, 1, 2, 4, 6. And then when I use the reverse operation, it will reverse my list. So 6 will be printed, then 4, then 2, like that. 6, 4, 2, 1, 45, 11. The list will be printed in reverse order. Now, after the reverse, we have the index operation. So let's use L dot index. Index 1. Now for 1, I just want to check what is the index for one element. Okay, so I just want to print that on the screen. I'll just put this as comment. So I'll use the print function here. So you can see it is just giving 2. Yeah, I'll comment this out also. So it is giving us 2 for 1, 0, 1, and 2. 2 is the index for 1. Okay, instead of 1, if I just give 45 there, what will be the index? Can someone answer? The index for 45? Very good. 1. Okay. 45. Now, what if 45 is there? I'll just write again 45 here. So then also the answer will be 1. Then also one answer will be 1 because it is showing for the first occurrence. Now 45 is repeating 2 times. But index method will give you for the first occurrence. Okay, so what if I just write 45 here? What will be the output now? Can someone answer? Very good, Kanchi. Yeah, very nice. So answer will be 0 because 45, the first occurrence is at 0th index. So we are going to get the answer as 0. So index will give you for the first occurrence of the element. Okay, very good. Now, after the index, we will see the count operation. Like this, we will see all the operations one by one. So I hope you are with me and you are writing the code. That's why I'm taking it very slowly. So let's use the count. And there is some disturbance which is there, some sounds is coming from somewhere. So it's just causing some disturbance. Now L dot count 1. So okay, let's do 45 for 45. And I have to print also. So I'll use the print function. Okay. Count It will count how many times 45 is repeating in the list. So let's run. Okay, so it is giving 2. What if I just write some more 45 here? 45, comma, 9, comma, 45. Okay. Now what will be the output? Can someone answer? For count 45, what will be the output? 3. Just look at the list carefully. How many times 45 is coming in the list? Yeah, 4. Yes, correct. So 4 times 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 times 45 is there. So you'll get the answer as 4. That is the count operation. Perfect. Now let's see another one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create another list. So I'll just write m equals to L. Okay, that means L will go inside n. Okay, I'm just assigning L in the m. M equals to L I'm writing, and then I just want to change something in my list. So I'll just write m index 0 equals to 0. That means 0 index, I want to change it with 0. Right now it is 45, but I want to change it with 0. I'm just trying to make some changes in my list. Okay, let's print it again. Okay, let's see the output. Kindly pay attention. So here you will see 0. I've just made some changes in my list. So what's happening? Now here we want to use the copy operation. Now if you just make some changes in M, it will change L also. See, M is different, L is different, but it is changing L here. It is making changes in L, because here we have written M equals to L. So L will also be changed because both are same. Now, what if you just write in this way? Instead of equals to, you'll just write L dot copy. Copy. Okay. Let's run. So in this case, L will not change. L will not change in this case, because I have just created a copy and it is there in M. Now, if I just print M here, M has changed. See, I have made changes in M. What I've done, I've made a copy of L and I've put it inside M. So if I make some changes in M, M will be changed, not L will be changed. Let's print M also. So you can see here, print M is changing 0 here. I've given M0 as 0. If I just give here as 2, so 2 will be printed. Something is wrong here. So see, 2 has been printed. So it is not affecting my original list. My original list is same, 45. Okay, I hope that is clear.
Sir, if instead of variable list, if I'll create two variables and I will assign second value of first variable to with second, then in that case it will again change the value of first variable. Instead of a list, we are using that variable only.
See, what we are doing here, we are just creating a copy of L. We are creating a copy of L here, and we are putting that copy in M. So M is different and L is different now. That's what we are trying to understand. If I write the code in this way, if I write M equals to L, both are same. Now, if I just make some changes in M, L will be affected.
Yeah, instead of this list, if I'm using variable, I have created two variables, A and B. And if I'm writing A is equal to B, and I will change the value of B, then it will be reflected in A or not? Because I think list and variables are all are similar. So if I'm assigning anything in list and assigning anything in variables, it will be affected. It will affect the other variables as well.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it will affect. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why in order to avoid this, now if I just run the code, let's see what will be the output. My L is changing now. In this case, my L is changing because both are same. M equals to L, both are same. So my L is changing. See, it's 2 there. But my L is 45 and 45. But it is changing here 2 and 45. But if I just write L dot copy, if I use the copy function, then my L will not change. It will change only M. Yeah, see, 45, 45 is there. It's changing only M. So in this way, we can create a copy of list.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's clear, I hope. Not confusing, it's very clear. Now, next operation, we will just see all the operation one by one in this way. We want to perform the insert operation. So at a particular index, I want to insert a new element. Okay, let's see that. So I'll just write L dot insert. At first index, I just want to insert some number like 999. Okay. And then I obviously want to print the list. So you can see 45 has been printed. So original list, this is original list, which is we have defined here. We have defined here. Okay. Now I have inserted at first index, I have inserted 999. Use the insert operation. So this is the updated list. Again, I am printing L here. So it gives me the updated list. So at first index, we have 999. Okay. Now, instead of 0, instead of 1, what if I give 0 there? So at 0th index, my element will be printed. So this is the index and this is the value which you want to insert. It's like you have to mention the destination also. At this destination, I want to insert this value. So you have to give the address, you have to give the index. So you can see here at 0, you have 999. Perfect. So this is the insert operation. Now let's see the next one. We will see the extend operation.
Sir, is it possible to insert a character instead of the numeral?
You can try that. Just try to write that in your code and see if it is happening. That's how you have to
So,
experiment.
Yeah, when I insert the character, then it is inserted with an quotation in it, single quotation in it. So like in the output, we are getting the single quotation. So is it possible that we get the character inserted without the quotation itself in the output?
Yeah, so that's how you have to just experiment and you have to find the answers. Now, next we will just go to the extend operation. So 900 and then you have 1000 and then 1100. I just want to put this in my list here. I want to extend it. So I will just use the extend operation. L dot extend M. I'll just write. Please, we have time limitation, so we have to cover all things. So, it's very important to concentrate on the concepts which we have to study, and then let's click on run. So you can see this is how it is giving 900, 1,000 and 1,100. So it is just at the end, the list has been extended. That means we are just extending the list using the extend operation. Okay, now next one. Now what's happening? If I use the extend operation, it is changing my current list. See, if I print L, it is making some changes in my list, and lists are mutable. You can change a list. So my list will be changed. But if I just use the next one, if I just join two lists together, so my L will not be affected. Let's try to understand that. Now here, what I'll do, I'll just write here K equals to L plus M. Okay, that means my L is there and this is my M. I'm just joining both of them together. So what's happening? We are getting a new list as K. A new list will be created. A third list will be created. Okay, let's run the code. Okay, then you have to obviously print K also. Okay, so you can see a new list has been created. Okay, I'll just remove this thing. So you can see K equals to L plus M. First, this is printing the original list. Then you can see K equals to L plus M has been printed. And then you are using the extend operation here. Okay, so a third list has been created. L and M will be as it is. See, my L is as it is. It's not changing. But if I use the extend, my L will also change. Just carefully look at L here. It's the original list. If I just remove if I use the extend, my L has been changed here. Okay, so that's the difference between extend and adding the two lists together. Okay, perfect. So this was the operations on the list. Perfect. So
if we change the sequence n plus L,
what?
K is equal to n plus L.
What is your question? Please repeat.
If we change the K is equal to n plus L, will the sequence will change?
M plus M.
N then L
Oh, it will.
instead of L
Okay.
plus N. Reverse.
M plus. Yeah. M plus L. So first M will be printed. You will get 900, 1,000 and 1,100. Then L will be there. Then 45 will be there. Let's see the output.
Okay, thank you.
So you can see for K, this is what it is showing.
बहुत अच्छे पत्ते नहीं थे
Yeah, so see,
बहुत बढ़िया
here it is just showing that output. 900. Okay, perfect. Sanjeev sir, there is some disturbance. Sanjeev sir.
में एक साल तक तो बिल्कुल नहीं समझ गया मेरा बिल्कुल छड़वाना
Okay.
कोई डार्क
Now next, we just
को
want
काट के
to
मत देना ये सारी बत्तियां उल्टो कर ध्यान
Sanjeev sir.
हो सकता है भाई सुबह कल बैठ के आधा पौन घंटा बैठ के हम
Just a moment, guys.
नजर आ रही है।
Guys, if you are serious, can we hear words of Anurag, please?
I think it is sorted. Yeah, so everyone has just written the code. Now we will just move on to the tuples. Okay, so tuples is also a very interesting concept. So we have, I think, only it's already 5:17 right now. Okay, so we will quickly see the tuples. Now let me share. Let's stop sharing content as someone is sharing the screen. I think someone is sharing their screen. You can stop sharing. Nikhil? Okay. Okay, what exactly is a tuple? First, how do we create a tuple? Now, when you create a list, you use the square brackets, right? But if you just want to create a tuple, so I'll just write tuple equals to, I'll use the round brackets. Round brackets will be used. And then I'll write my elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So what I've done, I have just created a tuple here. It is, okay, it is just showing this one. And then I want to print the tuple also. Tuple. And let's see the type. What is the type? So I'll use type. Okay, I'll use type later. Let's print the tuple. So this is the tuple which I have printed, and I will just use the type function, type of tuple. So it gives us class tuple. Okay, perfect. Please write this and we will quickly see the definition of the tuple.
Hello, sir. Can you show me the code of tuple?
Yes. This is the code. Instead of square brackets, you have to use the round brackets. Okay, see, this is, you have to, welcome. See, you have to be a scientist here. See, you have to just experiment. So this is just like a code. Just make some changes. Change the tuple. Okay, just try to add something. Try to add a list there. Try to add a string there. Try to add a boolean there and see what happens. Nothing will happen, no? At the most, what you will get some errors. So that's how you have to experiment with your code. So what if I just write a string? Okay, then let me put a boolean. Let's see the output. So it is giving me a string also. We can put a string also inside a tuple. Okay, but what if I just remove some of the elements from it? Okay, let me just put only 2 elements. Okay, still it is a tuple. It is printing the tuple and class tuple. What if I just give one value? Okay, there is only one value in our tuple. So it is printing 1, but it is telling class int. The data type has changed. Now it is no more a tuple. It is an integer. because Python is going to consider it as an integer. But what if I just write one comma, if I just write a comma there, then it will be considered as a tuple. So it is printing one comma and the data type is tuple. Okay, perfect. Now, what if I just want to make some changes in my tuple? If I just want to make some changes, so let me just write some value here, 2 comma 55 comma something 78. I've just written. Okay, now let me just try to make some changes. So I'll just write tube and then 0. I want to change the 0 to 90. Okay, let's see what happens. You will get error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. You are going to get error because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make some changes in my tuple. That's not possible in Python. In Python, you have tuples. You can't change a tuple. Tuples are immutable. That means you cannot change a tuple. That's why you are going to get error. So if it was a list, then it would change. Now this is a list. If I make some changes, then it will be changed. Now it is showing class list and the value has been changed. Initially it was 1, 0 index. Now I changed that to 90. Now you have 92, 55, 78. So you can change a list, but you can't change a tuple. Let me again just put the round brackets. So you will get error in this case. My screen is visible? Is my screen visible?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not now.
I just stopped it. Okay, I hope everyone has written that code. Let me just check my. Okay, it's fine now. So tuples are immutable. We just saw it. Not this one. So you can see here, it's ordered collection of data items in round brackets. It can store multiple items in a single variable. And it is telling tuples are unchangeable, meaning we, okay, Vaibhav. So tuples are unchangeable, meaning we cannot alter them after creation. You can see tuple 1 is there, one tuple 2 is there. So we are just printing its value on the screen. Okay, so you can take a screenshot if you want. Perfect. Let's move on. Now, if you want to change a tuple, how we can make changes in a tuple? Let's see. First of all, you'll have to convert the tuple into a list and then convert it back into tuple. Convert it into a list and then convert that back into a tuple. That's the process. So here you can see tuples are immutable, Hence, if you want to add, remove, or change tuple items, then first you must convert the tuple into a list. First convert it into a list, then perform operations on that list and convert it back to tuple. So what's happening here? We have just a tuple is there, countries. All the country name is there. Okay. Then we have created temp. We are just changing into a list. So we will write list countries. List countries. That's the tuple. We are converting into list. Then we want to perform the append operation. We want to add Russia. So Russia will be added here. Then pop. Pop means to remove. You just want to remove that element. Pop will be performed. And then at second index, you want to put Finland. This is to remove the item. This is to change the item. And then we are again converting it into a tuple. So countries equals to tuple. And then print countries. So this will be the output. Russia added at the end. Finland changed here. And 3. Okay. So India is not in the list. Because India is there on the top. All right. Hope it makes clear. Able to follow? Perfect. Very good. So that was the manipulating a tuple. Okay, so I think this is clear. We have last few more minutes we will take. Okay. Now, I will create a tuple here. Please write the code along with me. So, okay, I'll just write it as like 0, 1, 2. Some value I'll just write. Okay, 2, 4. Now, first of all, I just want to perform the count. So what I'll do, I'll just write here tuple dot count. So I just want to see how many times count is coming in my tuple. So this is operations on the tuple. Like you have operations on the list, similarly you have operations on the tuple also. Okay, so let's use the count here. So I'll just write here 3. Okay, and just we'll give some more value and then I'll write 3 again. So let's see what will be the output. Then I have to just print also. Print, wait. So it will give me the value as 3 because 3 is coming 3 times in the tuple. So we have just used the count operation on the tuple. Okay, like that you can use the index also. So instead of that, I will just put here. So it will give as 0, 1, 2, 3. The index is 3 for 3. Okay. Yeah. Now, I just want to find out the length of this tuple. So I'll just write len function. So it will give me the output as 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the index, but there are 9 values, so the length is 9. Okay, perfect. So we will stop here. These are some of the operations which we have performed. It's already 5:30. So we will stop here. Now, I will just share the assignment on the group. So I hope everyone is able to follow. Everyone write the code. Are you done with the code? Yeah, please write it. Perfect. So for today we are done. Today we studied about tuples, list comprehension, and some of the operations on the list. And we will just stop here and we will continue in the next session. So thank you so much. Keep practicing and there will be questions and you have to just experiment, just understand a concept, try to experiment, make some changes and try to find out the answers. So that's the process of learning. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in the session and learning, just getting to learn something. I hope it was a fruitful session and we will move forward with the meditation. So thank you so much. See you next week.
Chirag. Let's conclude this session today with a mind empowering technique. Let's sit back and relax. And the theme today, and one of the most powerful mind empowering technique, is silent acceptance and faith. In every unfavorable situation, our mind becomes powerless when unfavorable situations arise. Because our mind wants to control the situation as per our desired outcome. So it feels powerless. To restore our power back, if we silently accept everything that comes our way, good or bad. Not that when good comes, we are in ecstasy, extreme happiness. When bad comes, we go into extreme sorrow or resistance. Not spiking like this, up and down, but silent acceptance of everything that comes our way. And faith that good things lie ahead. Full faith that only positive outcome lies ahead. these two techniques of silently accepting and firmly believing, firm faith in a positive outcome, empowers our mind and directs our energy, mental energy, towards fruitful outcomes. And we save ourselves from the wasted energy that goes in constantly thinking about what has happened, what someone has said, how someone has behaved, how things didn't turn out our way. So rather than wasting energy and going into that resistance, we silently accept. We accept failures. We silently accept. We turn within and contemplate. And in silence, all the negative effects of the event are erased. They're diluted. And our mind is in an empowered state to handle the next moment wisely, calmly. So next time, whenever we are faced with challenges, failures, bad behaviors of the other people, anything that brings us down, could be anything. It could be health, it could be wealth related, it could be relationship related, it could be just something that I personally believe in, some disturbances in my mind, whatever that is. Let's take a brief pause at that moment and silently accept it. And until we haven't gone into that state of acceptance, we don't come out of silence. Because if we do, we are only going to react from a negative state, negative internal state. And that reaction is not going to serve anyone, not myself, not anyone around me. Neither is it going to improve the situation. So acceptance, turning within, internally dealing with that whole resistance going on within the mind, being silent until that resistance, that storm settles down, the mental storm, the mental disturbance. And then we think clearly because the mind is now stable. Then we decide. Because the mind is now beyond the influence of the situation. And such decisions are rational. They are sound, wise decisions. And if still we cannot decide, we are in a state of confusion. We can let go of making that decision at that moment of time. And revisit it at a later moment. Then we have complete clarity. Because with time, all the confusion gets digested. Inner realizations, revelations put us in a better state to make a decision. The answer still lies within us, but it's buried under layers of confusion and influences and beliefs and whatnot. So introversion and silence starts wiping out these layers of confusion. And when the time is ripe, we have full clarity on what we need to do. That's when we act. So let's try this week to put this technique into practice. Let's not immediately react to anything that happens. Let's not fluctuate into states of extreme happiness or extreme negativity. Let's try to silently accept so the negativities can dissolve. Have full faith in a positive outcome. And make decisions from a very calm, composed state of mind. Anything that will take us into a state of happiness will also be the source or the trigger to take us into a state of sorrow. So if we give power to anything to make us happy, to anyone, to any event, to any achievement, then we are giving it equal enough of power to make us sad as well. So mind empowerment is all about who and what we give control to over our state of mind. So let's take a deep breath. A couple of times. Relax. And think about these aspects in the upcoming week. Thank you, everyone, and have a great week coming ahead. We look forward to seeing you all again next weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakhi.